Hey you guys, what is good? I hope you guys are doing well. Sorry for not posting in like 2 months. I feel like I always say this, like I always talk about how I haven't posted in forever, but life has been really less than ideal. Let's just say that. Therefore, I haven't really had the motivation to get on here and record anything, but I thought that I would get on here today and do a little bit of what I want to call a collective haul of our supplies, basically meaning these are just our supplies that I've managed to buy across a couple weeks and months. So this should be super duper fun. I have a lot of fun and exciting things to show you guys today. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. So the first thing that I have to show you guys is some acrylic markers. If you guys have been watching my channel long enough, you know how much I absolutely love my acrylic paint markers. So I went on Amazon and I found these ones by Guangna. These are, of course, the brush tip markers. I love the brush tip ones. These come with 36 colors. They're non-toxic and all of these things. And I thought these were going to be really, really great. As you can see, you can use them on so many different surfaces as you can with literally any acrylic paint marker, I'm sure. But I was kind of disappointed because, as you can see, there are only really 2 reds in this set. And of course, I did read the reviews and of course the listing on Amazon, which is where I got these. But I guess I was kind of led on to believe that these are going to be the 36 set of the dual-ended markers for some reason. I don't know if those had just sold out and they sent me these ones. I don't know what got lost in translation there, but I was very sad to open up the Amazon box and see that they were not what I thought. You guys, it was so disappointing. So of course I had to get me a refund, and just I guess I was gonna go ahead and try to like get them maybe off of like Temu or Shein, but it's like, the whole tariff thing or whatever now. I don't know if they're still doing that on there, but so yeah, you guys, that was just kind of super disappointing for me personally. But as you can see, here is what they look like once they're opened. Also kind of very pastel-y kind of looking on the lids, and also kind of when you use them too. The greens in this set are very disappointing in my opinion. I'm sure if you get the bigger set, like they go up to like almost 200, maybe even 200, I'm not sure. I think they have darker colors there, but in this set, if you are looking for true greens, this is not going to be that. I do like how they have that little window where you can see the paint. And then here is that like carmine kind of color or whatever. It's definitely not red, you guys. It's like a brown. Maybe I'm just fucking stupid, but in my opinion, this is not a red. At least to me, it's not a red that I can use for the things that I want to use it for. So again, very disappointed in this set in particular. On a much happier note though, once I got that refund, I was like, okay, I'm just not on board with the whole Guangna paint markers any longer. They are disappointing. So instead, I got these Infi-Art paint markers. I found these. I dug a little deeper to find something a little better, something that had colors that I liked a little more. And these, I think these were actually a little bit more pricier, so I did dig into my pocket, of course, as I always do. These are the 48 count of the Infi markers. I believe they come in like a 72, maybe even 100. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But these ones, as you can see, ring, 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 they come with so many different reds. And there are so many greens as well. The greens are so delicious in this set. I am absolutely obsessed. There is even grays, different kinds of grays, which is super exciting. I love, love, love the greens. I love the grays in this set. You don't see, especially in I quote smaller sets like this, you don't really see gray acrylic markers. So to get that in the set is really cool. When you open them up, first of all, let's talk about presentation, you guys. Presentation. These are so lovely. You can send them up on their side like this when you are working on your desk, which I think is phenomenal. This is so nice. It has magnetic closure. And let's just look at these bad boys up close. You get 3 replacement nibs. Markers love to fray over time. And then you also get a lovely color chart. As you can see, I've swatched A couple of the colors, there are the reds there, I will say they are not as dark, especially that first one is not as dark as it could be, but they all work together, and I think these are very lovely for a smaller set. The greens are great, the browns very nice. I haven't done the blues and the grays yet, blah blah blah. I think I'm gonna do that in a short, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, these are very nice. I am so freaking amazed by how great these are. The presentation overall is very nice, and these are very juicy. And yeah, I have actually done a little bit of art with these so far, not too much, but what I have done so far I am loving. This is one of the green ones. It looks like this. Very nice. Of course, these have that lovely window that I love to see, so they can know when their paint is running out. There's the nib. Very nice. Very nice color. I love this color a lot. Let's go ahead and look at, let's look at this green. This is really nice. It's like a, I don't know, really nice green. And then we have like a gray. That's really lovely. And yeah, these are really great. I feel like I've almost found like a hidden gem, a super underrated product. I think they should actually be like way more popular than they are. I feel like nobody has talked about these markers, guys. They are so great. If you see these, if you come upon them on Amazon, totally check them out. They are so worth it. I love these. And no, this is not sponsored. I wish it was. I freaking wish. I literally bought these myself and I love them. So yeah. Next thing that I have to show you guys is this super cute pin that I actually got for $1 at the dollar store near me. It looks like a little doggy. It actually reminded me of my partner's dog, and I was like, oh my god, I just have to have this because it's just so adorable. And it's basically just your regular smegular. It writes in black pen, and it's just really nice. It writes very smooth. There's nothing too special about it aside from the dog. His ears do move, and when you press on his tail, it ejects the ink, and I think that's just so nice. Next, we're going to look at everything that I got from Sketchbox, which is basically like a subscription service, but they sell all their things too, like past boxes and just regular art supplies from those boxes. So when I found out that they were selling the Blackwing pencils open stock, I was like, oh my god, and for like the best price ever. So of course I took it upon myself to buy 4 of them. I could have gotten way more, but I wanted to buy other things as well, obviously. So anyways, I love these. They are what I draw with the most in combination with my mechanical pencils. I just have personally not found a pencil that has ever come close to being as good as these ones. I don't know why. I just love how smooth they are. They're not scratchy at all, and they last a good while. Like, I just love that. The one that I have right now actually is this one. As you can see, it's becoming a bit of a baby now because I use it for literally all my artworks. What I do like about these also is that you can replace the erasers. They come in like green, which I want those ones so bad, but they're expensive. But yeah, this is the one that I have now. As you can see, it's very shiny and like stuff because I use it all the time, but they usually are matte. But when you use them all the time and you get like grease on them from like your hands, of course they're gonna get kind of like oily looking, but I digress. There is my 4 new pencils. The next thing we'll look at is all of the Caran Dash items that I got. So first of all, I want to talk about this eraser. This is super cool. It's basically, as you can see, it's shaped like a triangle. And one thing about this eraser I will say, I don't know if any of you guys have had this eraser before, but it actually has a really strong like smell. I don't know why. It's a very smelly eraser. None of my other erasers smell like this. I don't know if that's okay. I don't know why this eraser has like a really chemical, rubbery smell, but maybe that's normal. But as you can see, I don't know if you can really tell there, but I did use it a little bit, and it actually erases super, super good. Like, it's actually crazy how well this erases. I love this eraser. a lot actually. It is really good. It's actually like one of my favorites now, and after this video I will be using it way more. I just didn't want to get it too dirty before I got the chance to show it to you guys. I was super excited to see that Sketchbox was selling this on their website, actually open stock. It is one of the Caran Nail Color 2s in dark gray, and they couldn't have sold a better one. This is really nice, I think, for sketching and just laying out whatever it is you might want to do. For me, this is like multi-purpose though. I'm going to be using this for lots of different things besides just sketching. If you know anything about me or my art, I don't use a lot of color usually. I kind of fluctuate, but most of the time I just use a lot of black and grays and white. But anyways, yeah, if you don't know about these, basically they're super expensive if you buy them as a set, but I want a set of these bad boys so much. But for now, this is what I have, and I'm super content and grateful to have found this. They are basically like water soluble. There's also the Nail Color one, which is not water soluble, and I prefer these ones because they're multi-purpose and they just spread very beautifully on paper, and I love them. So yeah, totally recommend looking into the Caran Nail Color 2s, especially if you like watercolor stuff. This is very nice, and I'm so glad to have one finally in my collection. So the next thing that I found is this really cool multicolored pencil lead. It is in 0.5 and it is by Uni. It is called the Mixed Nano Dia erasable lead, and these are so awesome. I had no idea that they actually made mechanical lead like this that you could buy, and this is what they look like. Comes in so many different colors. My favorite one has been the green one and the red one. They're just the most fun for me to use. I actually bought this because I knew it had green, and I just wanted to see what it would be like to have green lead like this in this size for my mechanical pencils. And also I've been really loving to sketch with red. It's really nice. So yeah, this is great. The next thing I'm going to be showing you guys is this really nice paintbrush. It is a smaller one. It is the Princeton round brush in a number 4, and what really got me was this lovely color. I love the green on this. It's just so nice, and this seems like it's going to be really lovely. I haven't used it yet, but I think it's going to be really great for details and just anything smaller that I want to do, maybe line art and stuff like that. So the color, very pretty, and apparently these are supposed to be really good, so excited about that. Alright, so the next thing we have is Mod Podge. Now, this is the matte version. They also have it in shiny and probably some other kind of, I think they have a lot of versions of this, but the matte one is the one that I could find available on Amazon. And I had just been wanting Mod Podge for a long time because I heard it's really good for lots of different things. Most people use this for like collages and stuff, which I'm not really into that kind of stuff. But I thought this would be really nice to paste, to glue down some things on like sketchbooks if I want to do that. And yeah, this is a great glue for like paper kind of stuff. So that's why I got this. I was really excited to see that it wasn't actually that expensive on Amazon. As you can see, I've opened it. I have used it for a few things. I think it works pretty good. I'm gonna probably be using this in a video soon. Next, I was really needing a brand new kneaded eraser because mine became very hard to knead. So I actually got rid of it because it was very dirty, guys. It was very hard. It just wasn't working anymore. So I got a new Faber-Castell one. These ones are very soft. Some of them can be harder than others, but I really like the Faber-Castell ones. Sometimes you can get them in a 2-pack. And long story short, I thought this was actually going to be a 2-pack, but only came with one, but it's okay. I really like these. I use these a lot. I prefer kneaded erasers over regular ones. You can just use them like literally for years and years. I had my original one for a couple years, so I just needed a new one, and this one comes in this really lovely case, so Love that. The next thing we have is something super exciting in my opinion. I know it probably looks like nothing to you guys, but if you know, you know. This is the Mono Zero Eraser by Tombow, and it is the smallest, I think, eraser that you can get in this kind of like form, I guess. I don't know. This is really great for detailing. It's a 2.3. It's the smallest one that they have, and I was using just my kneaded eraser. I would make it really small to get that point. But then I discovered they had this, and oh my god, it has just changed my life. It basically is this super small eraser, and it is very, very convenient and works so freaking well. It erases so great, and you get refills. I think that if you buy this, you get like one refill, but I bought this on Amazon, so I got like ton of refills, so I haven't actually had to refill this yet. I probably will soon, but this is what one refill looks like, and it comes with two in this little clear cylinder, and they are usually very I don't know, I mean, they're a good size, like they last a while, all things considered. I use this literally every single day for all of my art. I think that this is very, very worth your money. It's very like inexpensive too. I think it's like no more than $10. I don't remember how much this was when I bought it. I want to say it was around $10. Refills included. Like, let's be so for real. That is such a great deal. Amazing. 10 out of 10 for this item. If you want a detailing eraser, this is amazing. Buy it. Next thing I have is yet again another Tombow brand item. This is their monograph, like neon green mechanical pencil, and this caught my eye because of the color. I was on Amazon one day and I was like, oh my goodness, this is such a pretty color. If you know me, you know how much I love green, especially this shade in particular. I know I'm weird, but it's just so nice. It's giving like toxic, radioactive, I don't know, it's just really lovely. But the cool thing about this is that it has a mechanism that lets you lock it, lock the graphite. So if you shake it and it's locked, it will not come out. But if you turn that off, and you can just shake it and the lead will come out, so you don't have to like press on it. So I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, this originally comes with the HB 0.5 lead. But I love a darker lead, so I bought a 4B lead, which I'm going to show you guys after this, in a moment. But this is the eraser. It comes with a nice size eraser. Of course, it's like the mono eraser, so it's going to erase really well, but I haven't used this. I typically don't use the erasers that come on top because I just feel like, I mean, why do I need to do that when I have, actual like regular big erasers? But I digress. This is really lovely. I love the color. I love the way this pencil feels in the hands. Also, this is how you refill it. I know a lot of people have been struggling with that for some reason. And of course, the eraser is also replaceable, which is awesome. So now we're going to look at more leads. This is the Pentel Ain 0.5 lead. And for me, I had been doing some research, a lot of research actually, into graphites, different kinds of graphites for mechanical pencils, because I wanted to make sure I made a good choice. I do so much research, so much digging and looking at reviews to make sure I'm making the best choice possible when I'm buying art supplies, and this came in it top for, I don't really know, I think that because it's just a really nice dark graphite and it's strong. A lot of the darker graphite for mechanical pencils can be kind of brittle, and I wanted something that wasn't going to just break, and this has not broke on me, which is great. Also really like the mechanism. You slide it down and slide it to the right, which I think is really cool. A lot of these Japanese mechanical pencil lead containers, cases, I don't know, are very unique. I love the way a lot of them open. As you can see, this one and the Nanodia, these both have really cool like mechanisms. I don't know, I just like that. And these are actually really fun to collect for some reason. I don't know why I have this hyperfixation on different leads. But I digress. Yeah, this is lovely if you are in the market for a nice dark lead, a 4B that is not super brittle and is actually dark, and will last you actually a good while. This is the route to go. and I recommend this 10 out of 10, and you get a good amount as well. So yeah, love it. Next, I'm going to show you the pencil, the mechanical pencil and the lead that I got very recently when I went to Hobby Lobby. So this is the Pentel Graphic Gear 500 in the 0.9. Now, when I first saw this, I was a little confused. I wasn't really thinking, I guess, and I was confused, and I thought that this was the Graphic Gear 1000, I believe, is what they call it, which I really want. But the thing about that pencil is that the 0.9, I think, is like yellow or like brown. And for some reason, that just kind of puts me off of it for some reason. But I digress. This is still really nice. And I really like this pencil. It feels great in the hand. It has this really nice metal-like grip. So when you're holding it, it doesn't fall out of your hands. And it's just really nice to draw with. As you can see, here is the difference between the 0.5 and the 0.9. Very noticeable difference. It is so much better, in my opinion, to draw with a 0.9. In my opinion, I just like the way your drawings come out more, and you can, I don't know, just do more with it, in my opinion. Of course, I still love my 0.5, and I'm going to use them forever. But yeah, to have the 0.9 mechanical pencil finally is really nice. They have so many different brands that have like the 0.9, but Pentel is by far the best, I've heard. So if you want a 0.9 mechanical pencil that is great quality, look into Pentel. So this pencil comes with a eraser on top, which for some reason, I don't know if you can tell, but it was already a little bit dirty, which is kind of sus. I don't know why. Maybe it has something to do with the lid. I mean, it's brand spanking new. It's just like, I don't know why it's like that. But I digress. That is the pencil. Now, of course, I had to get some lead, extra lead for it. And I only saw for the 0.9 the HB, which, I mean, it's fine. I love dark lead. But for what I use this pencil for, or have been using it for so far, I haven't really felt the need to get a darker lead. I think the HB is working just fine for me currently, and I will upgrade if I ever have the opportunity. So yeah, that is the pencil and the lead for the 0.9 pencil that I got. Next, we're going to take a look at the General's Jumbo Compressed Charcoal Sticks in 3 different hardnesses, but I haven't used charcoal in like ages, like literally feels like forever. So I was really excited to get this. Is actually, I think, what I mainly went to Hobby Lobby for, was to get, I was literally on a mission, y'all, to get charcoal, but then I saw that pencil. I was like, okay, let me get that too. I put them in here with my pastels, like chalk press pastels, but as you can see, one of them was already broken, which is like totally fine because I like snap them in half, and they break on their own like all the time anyway, so that's totally fine. But as you can see, they're 6B, 2B, and 4B, and they're very messy, which I love. I love messy mediums. It's so much fun. And yeah, that's basically that, and they live in here. That's basically everything for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching and got some new ideas for maybe things you want to buy for your art supply stash. I had a lovely time showing you guys everything. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. It helps me out immensely. I will see you guys next time. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.